So, Ivy, I got my lashes permed in Taiwan for 25 US dollars, which is
That's
insane
crazy.
in yeah, it's insane, right? Because in the US, that would cost like what, like $60 plus tip.
I don't know how much I've done perms before. I prefer lash extensions, but I know lash extensions in the Bay Area is like $200, probably up to. Yeah.
It was like the first time I've ever done anything like this because I'm just like really hesitant about letting people touch my eyes. But I was like, the price point's so good. I want to look good while I'm traveling. And so I just got it done at like a night market, like one of those like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's really sketchy, Emily. Like that's like I'm like the first time I perm my eyelashes because I know that if you do stuff to your hair, it could like, dry out, get itchy or fall out. You're doing that to your eyelashes. What if your eyelashes fall out, man? Dude, not don't do it at a night market. Do your research. Go to a
They had
spa.
4.9. They had a
Okay, fine.
4.9 review. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is legitimate.
But how many reviews?
Other Asian Wonder Woman did it too. So if our lashes
Okay.
fell out, we would all have our lashes fall out.
Well, I'd make sure they do it first, maybe. Like,
But this is this is a great conversation and segueing into like how we maintain and take care of our appearance while traveling. I think both of us travel a lot and we're usually with like, a suitcase or like a backpack, etc. So I think it'd be a really good way to kind of share like what we carry with us. So why don't you tell us like what you bring with you when you travel and like how do you maintain your appearance?
my goodness. So now I'm like very conscious about my appearance. Let me just fix my bangs and stuff. Yeah, okay. This has changed a lot over the years. In fact, like something that you said of like, oh, you want to look good while traveling. I'm like, I would first of all love to hear why you want to look good while traveling. Is it because you're creating content now and you're like, I just want to not cringe at my own self?
Okay, so I think I'm notoriously known for like not giving a shit, like sometimes about my appearance, especially within my family, because I don't like wearing makeup, like it clogs,
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
it makes me like shiny, like I don't know. But yes, because I'm now more on camera, because we have a podcast, because my content, my face is out there, I do want to look a little bit better. So that's why now I'm trying. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's a really great point, right? Because I also never felt like I had to wear a lot of makeup. And I think this goes back to when I was in middle school, I was what other people and I thought I was really pretty. So like a lot of guys liked me and like I think middle school is around that time where you hit puberty and you decide like the way that you view yourself. And so I was like, well, I was already pretty in like middle school with no makeup on. Like I think the most that I did myself up was like buy nice earrings and stuff. And so all throughout until up to maybe like last year, I basically never wore makeup. I like never wore foundation. My mom doesn't really wear makeup. And so I don't know, like like it was I don't know who told me. I was probably my mom that like and probably YouTube if you don't take off your makeup well, it's like bad for your skin. It could clog up your pores and stuff. And I was like, well, I'm just not gonna wear like anything then. And so like yeah, both of us and SF like barely wore makeup. I might put on some eyeliner, which is what I have on right now. I have some foundation on now because it's like spending hours on camera now. But I would say like on a regular basis, my family isn't like big on makeup either. But what got me into makeup last year was also like I just want to take nicer photos and I want to look good in my photos. Like I don't want to sometimes I feel like if I don't feel as confident, then I don't take photos and I think that's not good because it's such a great way to save a lot of memories in photos and videos. So, I think same reason as you. But going into and oh wait, I also think that like once you see yourself with nice skin and makeup, like boosted, I'm like, oh man, I can see why people don't stop. Cause I'm like, sometimes when I remove my like foundation, I don't even wear concealer. I only have like, I usually only wear foundation, eyeliner, and like some like lip balm now. I'm like, wow, I look really tired. Like with no makeup on. And then
Think makeup is good because it helps like accentuate or like emphasize certain like features, right? Like if you do it in the right way. Um,
are you good at putting on makeup? You don't wear makeup normally, so like I don't know how to accentuate my nice features.
so I mean, similar to you actually. My mom never wore makeup. Like we didn't wear makeup growing up. We were like outside playing sports all the time or like in the sun, whatever. And then it wasn't until yeah, like we started going out in college and like going to parties and like stuff like that, where like I was just like on YouTube watching Michelle Phan like putting on eyeliner and stuff like that. But Yeah, I think now that I'm older, it's more around like skincare now, like sun protection, like
Mm-hmm.
taking care of myself rather than like, yeah, it's more like preventative rather than like, yeah, like
Okay, but what are you doing for wrinkle prevention? Because that is something that I know that everyone's like, oh, you should start in your early 20s or at least by the time you're 25. And so I kind of took that remotely seriously where I started looking into it, but I was never really consistent with my face. And then now, literally this year, I was like, oh my gosh, I have eye wrinkles. I have wrinkles, like laugh lines everywhere. And so, yeah, like, what's your skin routine?
I know. I think right now, so I have like a very gentle cleanser. So I don't use anything with like beads, right? Like no exfoliating beads, no like like salicylic.
You don't exfoliate at all?
I do, but in a different with like BHA. But I'm saying like
Oh, okay,
cleanser
right.
itself. The cleanser itself is like is just very clean. It's almost like Cetaphil or like it's called Fresh, that brand. It's like a
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know
soft,
Fresh.
yeah, it's like non-abrasive. So I have that cleanser and then I will generally put like an AHA, like Paula's Choice AHA, maybe like twice a week for like exfoliation. And
I
then I
don't
put like a
know
lotion.
how BHA and stuff exfoliates your face. I also have bought Paula's Choice before, but I don't understand how it works. I thought it was just like a toner.
It is a toner, but it has like exfoliating effects on it. I wish
But
my friend was here because
how?
she's really good at like it's there's like some sort of chemical in it that helps like remove like the gunk in your pores or like the layer. I'm not an
Okay.
expert by the way, whoever's listening,
No
but
idea.
this
I have
was
the
just
same product and I
recommended.
don't know how it works.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Oh, but I mean just don't use it too consistently because it's like not good for you. But I use it like twice a week and then like a good lotion, Elizabeth Arden, and then I apply like the like an SK2, like the essence thing for like brightening and whatnot. But for me, it's really more around like yeah, like oh, and then retinol. Retinol's good. You should.
Oh, you use retinol? Which brand do you use?
It's
None of this is
called
sponsored,
Skin.
by the way.
I know, though. I mean, if you want to
Just
sponsor us,
want
you
to know
can.
what you use.
Yeah, it's like Skin Pharmaceuticals or something like that.
Oh, SkinCeuticals. That's really expensive.
I got it as a birthday gift, and I think it was
Okay.
kind of like my friends were like, "You need to
It
take
is
care of yourself. Here's
expensive.
some
Yeah.
retinol."
I actually lost it. Oh, for your birthday. We don't think you have
Yeah, it was for
wrinkles. Yeah.
my most recent birthday. I was like, "Thanks," but whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, what about yours?
I mean, skincare is like the main reason why I started having like luggage because I wanted to take my skin routine. Before I always travel with carry-on, and I think skincare was the first straw, and then after that I was like, well, I have luggage anyway, I'm just going to bring more clothes and shoes. And so that like set me off, right? But skin, I use this, oh gosh, what's the name? It's like some kind of Japanese, it's purple brand of face cleanser and exfoliator. It's
Is it Habo Labo? Hado Labo? Habo Labo?
no, I don't remember what it's called. But that's not important. Like it's not what it has beads. Like it's very like I like it. I feel like it's doing its job, even though my dermatologist said that I have really sensitive skin, like eczema prone skin. I should use more pharmacy stuff, and I might move to that once I'm done. I've used Fresh before too. And then the stuff that I really like is the things in the middle. So my concentrate and my lotion, I use La Mer because I went shopping in Paris. My mom uses it. I really like those things. I don't like the La Mer cream, and I'm a little allergic to its eye cream. I wasn't allergic to the first bottle that I finished, and the second one I was getting eczema around my right eye, so I don't know. I no longer use it. But then for toner and lotion, I use my friend's brand called Three Ships. It's like a cruelty free, just like clean sort of beauty line, but I mostly really like their lotions. In fact, I like it better than a La Mer lotion, and it is literally like La Mer lotion is like $200 or something, and then her lotion is like $30. So I'm like, this is awesome that I like it. And then my eye cream, I don't use retinol anymore, but I think I might start because I lost my SkinCeuticals one like a week in, so it was a lot of money and it hurt, and I just never bought it again. But I use Lancome for eye cream now, and I
What about
think
makeup
it's
remover?
okay. Oh, I use it's like this Clinique. It's like purple, and it's a waterless, like it's an oil that you just like rub on your face, and then it like rubs the makeup off.
Is it like coconut oil kind of? Like it's in a
Yeah, it's
balm
kind of
and
like
then you
coconut
like scoop
oil.
it out? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
use
their
that. I
oil
use that.
based remover. It's so easy because I don't like carrying around makeup pads. It's bad for the environment to use it. And then I had reusable ones, and it just like it takes up a lot of space. I didn't really figure out like because you had to wash it and it just didn't feel super sanitary after a while. Anyway, I just didn't like carrying that around. So both all my toner and makeup remover, it's all just like a spray on or a just rub on directly. So I don't have to use anything else. Yeah, I carry skin stuff with me and I'm fairly regimented about it now that I actually see some wrinkles on my face. um so but other than that, like I don't do anything else for beauty, you know, like I don't have hair products. um do you have
Oh,
hair products
I
in your
do.
you travel
Yes,
with,
because
really?
yes, because I am in like humid countries, so like Singapore,
Frizzy
Taiwan.
hair?
No, I'm like, no, I like it's not really that helpful. And my hair just is like it's very like thick and coarse and it will like puff up, right? Like given humidity. So I do have like hair oil that I try and put in at night, but I do it in a way where it's like I will blow dry my hair. It's like half wet, half dry, and then I rub in the oil. And so it helps kind of
Okay.
decompress the puffiness. And I'll even tie my hair in like a small little like I'll just like tie it so that when I wake up, my hair isn't poofy. It's like almost like compressed when like while I
Yeah.
was sleeping.
I don't do anything with my hair. Like natural dry, I don't blow dry. I don't have fancy shampoo. I don't even care. I don't carry any hair products with me. Makeup wise, I carry like one bag. It has my foundation, a blush slash bronzer that's in one. It's called Siku, Siqqq,
Is that
something like
Japanese
that.
or is that
It's a Japanese brand, yeah, but I bought it in Paris. So that's all the skincare, and then I carry a brow pencil that I never use, my eyeliner, and then one color eyeshadow from. I should just bring my makeup bag
you
here.
should just bring a bag here
um,
and show us.
Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury. It's like this one thing. It's like brownish, and then so it's the only thing I ever rub on my eye. I do have other palettes, but I don't know how to put on eyeshadow, so like I don't need too many shades. And then my lipsticks, the same brand, Siku or Suku or something. As my foundation and bronzer and blush and mascara that I never wear. I think also Lancome. So like one little makeup bag. You don't really wear makeup. So
So I lost my makeup bag coming to Taiwan.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm like pretty annoyed because I was like, oh, like all of it is gone. And it was like, and so now that I'm back in Taiwan, I'm slowly buying like bits and pieces of makeup. So I do have like,
Well, that's fun.
is it? I don't know. I'm like, for me, I'm like, I don't like, I'm just like, I'm mourning over the loss of my makeup bag.
I mean, you get to try other brands. I don't understand those like makeup people or like any influencer online and they have like 50 different of the same things in different brands. I'm like, what? How do you don't you need to be consistent with one brand to see if it even works for you? I don't know.
I don't know. I think people like variety. Like one of my friends has like
I
50
don't have
different
enough room.
lipsticks. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
don't have enough room for variety.
but
Yeah.
that's also because like, you know, they're like rooted in one place. Whereas like for us, it makes sense for us to have like
Yeah. That's literally why I only have this instead of a whole palette because this takes up way less space. The Charlotte Tilbury little
less
eye
heavy.
cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do want to say that the best investment I've ever made was my eyebrows.
Oh,
Like
really?
I'm not good at drawing eyebrows at all whatsoever, but I got these like microbladed like 3, 4 years in Sunnyvale.
Uh-huh.
She's like she does like Asian feathery brows. She did mine and my sister's. We both spent like 500 USD with additional tip, but like I don't have to do my eyebrows. For 4 years, I didn't have to touch it. I don't have to buy any makeup.
I don't okay, yeah. See, that's how little I know. Like, what is microblading? I see a lot of Asians doing this, but I have no idea.
It's almost like tattoo, like eyebrow tattoo. And there's like different techniques of doing it. There's like, okay, again, I'm not an expert and I'm like not very makeup and like
Yeah,
beauty
I know. I
like
know. This
smart,
is
right?
like
Okay.
two, I don't know, like
No.
really beginners
Yeah.
sharing
So
the beginner to novice stage tips. Yeah.
so just so just whoever's listening, take this with like a grain of salt. But anyways, there's like different types of technique. One is like almost like you're drawing in tiny hairs, right? So I
Mhm.
did a blend of like that, like the tiny little hairs, as well as like the almost like small little dots to
Does
make
it
it
hurt?
softer. It kind of did hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I did tear up and I was like, ah, this kind of burns.
Is it supposed to last for 4 years?
So she said that it was supposed to last around like 2. but because I like my brows a little bit lighter, they're not as dark. Whereas like some girls' eyebrows are like really, really dark when they like are microbladed and they keep getting them touched up every like 2 years. I'm okay with it now. And I also check like the girl that I go to, she's like booked up for another year. So I
Oh,
was like,
I was just gonna be like, let's go or SF, but okay, maybe I'll find one because I don't really know how to do my brows very much either. But that goes more like let's stay on the face. So my mom is going to South Korea in May. And I also wanted to go because I see these like, I don't know, influencers coming up on reels doing facial stuff in Korea. And I don't just mean like reconstruction or anything of like surgery. Like they're doing exfoliation, facials of some kind. Yeah. Have you considered, I don't know, Botox? That's like literally the only thing that I know. What micro needling? I don't even know what that does.
I've considered, so I definitely want to do like facials and stuff. And I want to do where it's like, so I have a lot of like skin discoloration because of like the sun.
Right.
They call it like melasma. So I have melasma, and then I also have like, I mean, I just feel like the skin texture is not that great. So I would be down to go to Korea to like actually do stuff for the face, but like surgical things, probably not. Like I don't want to like do my nose or my ears or my my jaw. But yes, anything in regard to just skincare, I think I would be so down to go and do like a whole trip, like a beauty tour.
Oh my god, let's do that. That would be so fun. Yeah, because I think a lot of just like what you said with the $25 lash perm, everything's so much cheaper there. I think it would be a great learning experience for me to know what's possible because I definitely have problems that I do want to fix, but then I also fear that when I get there, I'll know what I don't know now about problems with my face. You know, I'll look at the options. I'll be like, oh, I didn't even know that you could like that was a problem. And Korean girls take such good care of their skin.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it would be great because I have such like under eye like bags. I feel like collagen's pretty good in my face, but I'm definitely like wrinkle prevention would be pretty big.
Do you take like vitamins? Like, do you take
Oh, yes.
collagen packets, like things?
No, I'm super low maintenance there too. Okay, oh my gosh. This is a great episode because why don't we just like list anything that you do, right? Because I don't
Okay,
carry.
sure.
Oh, I have we travel around with like protein, like a small bag of protein. More for Owen, my husband, after he works out. I take some sometimes. And
Mhm.
then I recently have creatine, which is supposed to be like brain as well as body recovery. So I have a thing of that I'm supposed to have 5 milligrams every day, but I'm not very consistent. Sometimes I just forget. And then I recently bought magnesium, but I only have it in Ottawa, which is where my family is. I don't travel with it. So like again, it's like it takes up so much space
Yeah.
to be able to travel with things like that. Yeah.
I am like trying to, okay, I mean, I'm the same with you where I'm like kind of low maintenance on that part. Like I was taking like those like 1 day gummies for like women's health,
Okay.
right? For like bone strength and
Okay.
because like Asian woman.
I don't even know what that actually does. This is like Costco and like everyone
It
takes it
is.
and like
It's
sometimes
the
I feel like it's
Costco
like
one.
drinking milk where it's like just all like a lie of
It's
yeah.
like the pink bottle with like the woman running.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know which one you're talking about, yeah. Wait, you travel with that?
No, no, no. I used to. Like I
Okay.
had it in Singapore. I was like eating it like once a day and whatnot. Right now, like this is terrible to say. The only thing that I take is collagen. They're like collagen packets for like skin. My mom gave them to me and she gave me like 20 and I was like, okay, I'll just take them.
Have you seen a difference?
I don't like the taste of it, so I've been kind of also just like not being so consistent, but I haven't, no, I don't feel like there's really a difference, but it makes me feel
Okay.
better that I'm like doing something at least. But I think I'm gonna start taking like vitamins again, just as like,
But for what? Like, you don't have a deficiency, you didn't go to a doctor and they're like, "Hey," you know, like, I think this is similar to it is preventative and everything, but I think it's really important to understand your own body first. So, for example, like, I do DEXA scans every 6 months. Have you heard of DEXA scans?
isn't it like it measures like your body weight and like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it can like you kind of lie on this like scanner and then it scans your body in like I don't know 5 minutes, probably less, 2 to 5 minutes. And then it'll know how much like body fat, organ weight, like bone density, and then you can also sit and breathe through something and that gives you a resting metabolic rate. So you know how many calories you're supposed to consume. And then you should also get like blood tests, right? To see if you're like deficient in anything. But so far, I did my blood test maybe 2 years ago, but DEXA scans is like bone density, right? And
Huh.
whether you have too much body fat in like certain areas. And so far, I'm like, there's really nothing that I should be taking. And I don't really want to take things that don't do
You
much. And
don't
like
need it.
you don't have no idea what else is there because like especially if it's like a pill, it might not be 100% whatever you're trying to take. So creatine is I'm not trying to solve a specific problem. It's like just for recovery. And then magnesium is supposed to help you sleep. So I'm take that at night now and kind of tested. I'm part of this like biohacking sort of group, but I don't care enough to have that take up luggage space. I
That important luggage space. Yeah. I don't know. I think I do want to look into it more, like of exactly what I should be taking. Like I did a full body test in Singapore, like at a hospital, where they rotate you to like different stations and do like the blood work. They
Yeah.
put you on a treadmill and things like that. So I'm
Oh,
like
that's
in
great.
pretty good health. Like nothing is wrong with me per se. But it was interesting because she was saying like the only thing I should be worried about is more around like weight gain. Because like for me, I'm really tall. I'm like pretty tall, right? For my height, like 5'7". I guess in Singapore, like what is considered skinny or like healthy is really different as compared to like what they
Yeah.
consider healthy in the US. And so I was like, are you calling me overweight? Like, am I considered overweight in
No,
Singapore?
Emily, you're
Kind of
definitely not.
shocking.
Like,
Or
yeah.
but yeah, but she said it in a way where it was like, oh, just be aware, like, that you could be probably like prone to it. So I thought that was like interesting. Though I don't take it personally. I'm just like, okay, maybe.
Dude, actually think you're so fit, and you've been going to the gym, and you're like saying that, it's part of living a longer life and being healthy. And so to stay healthy, yeah, like I get a gym. Like when I was in Japan, I had a monthly pass. In Tokyo, I went to day passes in the week that I was out of Tokyo, and then I was skiing the other week. So I think like staying active is super important. And right now, I came across this routine called 10x where you only have to work out for 30 minutes per week, but it's 15 minutes twice a week of very intense weights with no stopping. So you kind of just rotate through stations twice, and there's no breaks in between, and you do the heaviest weight you can possibly do. And so that has really changed a lot because I don't really like spending an hour at the gym 4 times a week sometimes, which is what I used to do. I used to like playing sports, but now I don't really get to do that anymore because of travel. But that's something that I continuously do. Yeah. What else do you do to yeah, like this topic is about looking good, right? Like what do you do to look good? Yeah.
I think, well, I mean, in Taiwan, you can walk everywhere because the land is so flat. So, like, I think in average, like, I'm usually walking like 15,000 steps per day, which is good. It's just,
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot because
So
like
when
we
I was
just
in
walk
Japan, I was
everywhere.
walking 10K, but
Yeah.
normally I probably walk like 7K. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think normally back in SF, it's like 3K, 4K.
Oh,
But
let's
like,
try to keep it
because
up.
I'm in
Come
Taiwan,
walk
it's
and
like,
visit me. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I was like, we need to walk more. But yeah, I think generally like I've been running as well. So there are like elementary schools, middle schools around this area. It's like completely free to the public and they open it up. And so like I'll run around like on the track from
Oh,
time to
such an
time. I haven't.
Asian like thing
It
because there's so
is,
many
and it's
tracks in Asia.
free.
Yeah.
It's free. And then sometimes I'll look at
Yeah.
the grandmas and see what kind of exercises they're doing, like how they like hit themselves like in
Oh,
certain
yeah, yeah,
pressure
yeah. I think that's
points.
good because, like, it's the energy, like, moving around. Yeah.
I'm like, they live so long and I'm just gonna copy what they do. But yeah, there needs to be more intentionality around it though. Cause like I know that I've been sitting at my desk for like 6 hours and I don't exercise or get up. And it's just something that like is top of mind. So yeah, like I want to age well. Like
No, like, aging well, like, health is number one, like, being able to get enough sleep, like, I have an Aura Ring, so I track my sleep to actually make adjustments. I do recommend, like, I think there's an ongoing joke between me and my parents of, like, they're like, "Why do I need to track my sleep?" Like, I know whether I slept well or not, like, I don't need a ring to tell me, but I think it's, like, tracking it over time to know that if I drink alcohol now after 7 p.m., it really affects my sleep, and so I pretty much don't drink anymore, and I know when I succumb to like peer pressure and usually after a hard day or like a really tiring day, I'm like, yeah, I just kind of want to drink. But I know that like I at least am consciously at that point trying like making a trade-off of like, I know I'm not gonna sleep well. And this is probably like, alcohol and sugar and everything's just like bad for you. I haven't really cut out sugar yet. I found it way easier to cut out alcohol than it is to cut out sugar. I mean, skin
well, I
routine,
guess
sleep,
yeah.
exercise. Like Diet.
Yes, those are all, it's like all these like important little things that you have to be just aware of. But I guess what are you gonna do like what I guess what is like the most important thing that you want to focus on? Would it be like sleep? I mean, you have the Aura ring, you work out.
Diet. 100% diet. Because, so something that I do, I track my calories. That's how I lost weight for my wedding, and I, like, gained back some of it, and now I'm trying to, like, be more fit, and I did my a DEXA scan, and I can lose, like, easily my health coach, so I'm part of a program, I got a life coach, a health coach, but my health coach said that I can lose 7 kilos, so 15 pounds, 15, 16 pounds of just pure fat if I really wanted to. Like, that would put me, like, in the closer to non-bodybuilding female weight of, like, I think the bodybuilding, like, anything under 21% body fat is supposed to be, like, very fit for women, and, like, she's like, "You don't need to go for that, like, if you wanna be happy and eat," and, like, my husband loves eating and we love going out to eat, I'm like, "I don't wanna be under 21%, but I can be, like, 24% or, like, 23%." I think right now I'm, like, closer to 30 or something, like, 29, I don't know, high 20s or, like, around 30, which is still, like, okay healthy, it's not, like, overweight, at least in American standards, which is I'm sure I am, like, very obese in like Chinese Asian standards. So, um, but like I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably be happy, like not at bodybuilder weight. And so there's a goal, and like with she's like, if you just work out like 2 to 3 times a week at the 15-minute per time using this, which I have been doing, and I've been tracking like my strength going up, and I see it in my DEXA scan that like my bones are very, very strong, and like I have actually one of the highest bone densities that the guy says he's ever seen. I think it just runs in the family, but yeah, with organs and muscle, like there's just still fat to lose. And I don't know, I feel like I would be more confident, yeah, on camera. I would be more confident, and energy. I think energy really matters. I feel like I have decent energy right now, so it's really just like I have only so many years of my youth left, right? And
Yeah.
like I just want to look really good in a bikini, you know? So, I think that is my primary goal of looking good. And well, okay, what about you? First of all, what's your focus? And then let's quickly talk about clothes before wrapping.
I mean, for me, I think right now it's really around like skincare because like one of my biggest regrets actually was like not caring about my skin when I was younger. And like I was in the sun all the time, honestly, like playing tennis, like running track. It wasn't a big concern of like me and my sister, and my dad like didn't care, right? He was just like, yeah, like get the kids out. And then my mom was the one who was really pushing for us to wear sunscreen all the time.
Mm.
But unfortunately, like I wasn't religious about it, and I'm only like religious about it like the most recent years. And so I'm like trying to figure out like how do I take better care of my skin? Like how do I do like those like face massages, right? Like I downloaded an app
Oh, the gua
to like
sha?
figure out, yeah, like gua
Like,
sha,
you
and like
do
there's
it?
like a
Oh,
certain
yo, I need
technique,
to be way more regimented on that
right?
because I
Yeah, because
know,
it's
like,
like,
I want to
yeah, no,
do
like
it.
everything's gonna sag eventually. So my mom was like, your face is basically a muscle. Like you need to make sure that like you're like still exercising it and like moving it up, and like especially like my necklines, like because of tech neck, like I'm always like that. And so
Yeah.
it's
I have
just
the
there's
neck
just so
hump
many,
for sure.
yeah, exactly. I'm like there's so many variables to be aware of because we are at our desk 24/7. So that's my biggest concern because I'm like also the first thing that people see is your face, right? And then probably your neck. So
Oh, yeah, no, actually, the biggest fear, like, I know that, like, make sure you sunscreen your neck because
oh
your neck
yes.
will age faster than your face, because you will naturally just take better care of your face, and I have, like, a mentor who's in her early 50s, and her face, honestly, could probably still pass for 40, but her neck is so, like there's, like, creases, and it's, like, a
So
little,
that's
like,
like me right
swollen,
now.
and, like, oh my gosh, it really looks
Yeah.
old, and so, like,
Yeah.
I know all of these things I know, but I'm just so bad at it. I don't moisturize my neck. I do put sunscreen on my neck and my chest. I have like sunspots on my chest because I never really sunscreen. I sunscreen my face. I usually don't sunscreen the rest of my body.
One other thing too is your hands, by the way. Like
Oh
always
yeah,
put sunscreen on your hands, which
and
yeah.
moisturize and
Yeah.
moisturize. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's like
Yeah.
this
So
and your hands.
if you're a younger listener listening here, oh my gosh, like in 2019 when I was traveling for the first time, I didn't even carry sunscreen with me. So I didn't even sunscreen my face. So just like you, I started caring about sunscreen about 2020, like 3 years ago, more at home now. But in 2019, I was freaking in like Egypt in the desert. And like maybe I would put on some sunscreen then because I would literally be like burning. Luckily, it's like I think my mom has pretty good skin. She said she didn't start putting on sunscreen till her 50s, really, because like it was never a
Wow.
thing. And she has like really nice skin. And my body is very similar to my mom's. So she's always just like, she actually praises against. She says stuff against sunscreen. She's like, it's still chemical stuff that you're putting on your face. Like, make sure you wash it off later. Like, only put it on if you're gonna, so I think there's two sides. I more believe in the science and what dermatologists are talking about. So I do put on sunscreen every day as long as I'm leaving literally my room because the UV rays come through the windows and stuff too. Okay, quickly about clothes. My luggage has been getting bigger and bigger. I used to have so many clothes. I donated like 8 garbage bags of clothes when I left San Francisco and probably 2 garbage bags of shoes. So I've been super deprived. I spent all of 2019 in like gym clothes, not even like cute Lululemon stuff because I was too poor for that. Like like Old Navy type of gym clothes and like old university like logo and tech logo sweaters. That's what all I wore. And therefore I really think that year I like lost a lot of self-confidence because I just like didn't dress myself up. And I think even if we're low maintenance, it's super important to like still look good, feel good sometimes, right? Like even if I didn't care most of the time when I was in SF either, like I would still go out like at least once a week or like go out for dinner and like, being single, going on dates, I would pay more attention and I would take enjoyment. Like it feels good to look in the mirror and be like, oh, I look really good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, agreed. I mean, I think for me, like I have a few pieces that I like a lot and I'll wear like consistently, which like if you look at my Instagram, there's like a few like sweaters or like shirts. I'm like wearing the same thing. There's like
No one
one
else
black dress.
notices. No one
Oh, really?
notices.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Good. Thank you. There's like one black dress I really like where it like fits my body. It's like snug, but it's like a shirt and it's like a long dress. And
Like
so like it's very
I follow
versatile.
you on Instagram and I like don't even know what you're talking about.
Good. Okay,
But
maybe
I
I'm just
really like
self-conscious about
your
yeah.
like the V-neck thing. I think you wore it to a Taiwanese
Oh,
club. I like that one.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So like right now I currently have like just a check-in luggage and a backpack. But I'm like you where like I don't know why
You
I
have
do
a
this thing
check-in
where I
luggage.
donate a
That
few
means you can fit
pieces.
a lot of clothes.
Yeah, check-in luggage. Just one check-in luggage right now and then a backpack and that's it. But who knows, maybe when I leave Taiwan I'll have like another luggage to bring back home.
Owen and I share one checked-in luggage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we each have our own like larger carry-ons and a small like laptop backpack. We used to only travel with carry-on, and that's like so unbelievable
That's
to me now.
impressive.
And only in the summers though. Like can't do it in the winters because of like if we go skiing, we need it. And that's when like the initial luggage first started, and then we just kept going with it. But when do you shop? Like how often do you shop? When do you decide you need to buy new clothes? Like what is your purchasing habits?
Technique, habits. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually just like every Black Friday. Like when I was back in
Oh,
San
okay.
Francisco,
Sales.
me and my sister, yeah, we bought like Madewell jeans, 50% off. Like I bought like 3 new pairs and then I got like a couple of like sweaters. And so I don't really like shopping unless it's for like skincare or like smaller like little knickknacks and things. But clothes, I'm just like come every Black Friday, just like buy it or like
How do
my
you
sister,
decide what to
I'll
buy?
just
Like, are you
like
influenced
where.
by
Mm,
influencers
not
or like
no, not
skincare or
really. Skincare is recommendations by my friend who like loves like the whole skincare
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So I'm just like I
You
just
need a
listen to
friend
her.
like
And
that.
then clothes is more of like I'm like starting to like I want to elevate my closet. So it's more like Zara, Aritzia, or like like Lululemon, like quality items that I'm like willing to spend more, like my like good Madewell jeans.
Yeah, I'm definitely way way less budget friendly now in terms of like what I buy in terms of clothes because I do want it to last because I'm like I have a travel capsule. I hired a stylist in 2021 for $75 for 9 picked outfits based on what I like and I sent her all my like the influences I like looking at on Instagram, celebrities, etc. And she put together like actually I think it was more than 7. I think it was 9 or maybe even 12 because I said I didn't like 2 and she gave me like 4 back. And it was
Oh, awesome.
$75. She was like this fashion student in Paris and it was the best
Wow.
$75 I ever spent. And so
Yeah.
from then on, I started doing like these hauls every like
Mhm.
season. So like Black Friday would be like kind of into the winter season. If I'm in North America, I would just shop and like that would get sent.
Mhm.
And then I would probably do one like around this time. So I just did
Mhm.
a batch that is getting sent to SF
Yeah.
and it's like summery clothes. But summery clothes, I actually think I basically have a set of like summer and fall, and I've worn sweaters to literally shreds now because I just didn't have a
Mhm.
lot of clothes. But now that I'm about to be settled in a place, I'm like, yes, I want to look good
Wait,
again.
the haul, are you getting them from online? Are they're like haul from
I
Japan?
hate shopping in person.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was like
And then
you were
how-
buying stuff in the location and sending it back to San Francisco.
No. Sorry. I like shop on Reformation. Like recently, a lot of French brands that I really liked when I was shopping in Europe, but I didn't really buy. I don't like going to stores and spending the time to like look through racks. Like I rather know what I'm looking for and then the several brands that I like buying from and then trying to find that match. But recently I think it's really efficient to have style icons that you really like. And for me it's like a few Chinese celebrities that have like more like French style. And so I've been literally just buying whatever they are wearing. So there's like analyses on like Xiaohongshu where they like look at what she posted and they're like, oh, she bought these things. I'm like, great. I won't even like think about it. I'm like, whatever I like there, I'm just gonna go find and buy. And that's how I like bought like 8 pieces that is now getting sent to SF.
Ooh, I'm excited. Yeah, you can show me in San Francisco when we see each other.
Wait, what are we gonna wear to Coachella?
Oh shit, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that.
We'll
Like,
shop about
I know
for music festival stuff.
I know. I'll probably shop like the week before, or maybe I'll start looking online and see what I can get shipped to San Francisco. But yeah, I think this was a really good episode. I think we can wrap this up, but I'm super excited. I think, yeah, when we go to San Francisco, we should also learn how to do like makeup properly, maybe like go to a Sephora store, right? Like learn a good cat eye or something.
No Asian makeup. Like I think you gotta watch like Asian stuff, not go learn at Sephora. But I have thought about hiring like an Asian makeup artist who does like maybe wedding looks and stuff or like photo shoots. And then a lot of them do lessons or like I really think should offer. I know some do in Auto, but they're all white. And so maybe that's something that we can like do together. Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in on this episode. I think hopefully gave you some insight on like how to
or like just who we are, right? Like who are you listening to? And you can be low maintenance or high maintenance when you travel.
However you want.
Obviously, there's like luxury travelers and budget travelers. Thank you guys so much.
Insight.
And
all right, bye guys.
See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
I'm the baddest chick. I'm not a thick. I'm about my business. Show my money clip.